Hello there, YouTube. This is my homemade chopper bike with a car wheel on it. My own design. What I did was, these are two halves of a 13-inch wheel, which I think they're the front side. So when they made it together, you'd be centered. The ridge in the center would be centered there. I wanted to make something that didn't have all the, they call jack shafts. I wanted one single chain on this. That's pretty wide. You're a little bow-legged pedaling it. That was actually brazed together once the bike was put together. I left a hole underneath there, on the bottom bracket, where I could braze the crank together because it was extended. This has two rear end guts in here. There's two of them in here, one on each side. One side has the brake. I'm assuming, if I remember right, it's this side. With a longer bolt. Which wasn't easy to come up with. Grade 8 fine threaded bolt. But I found one that long. Conduit. Most of this is conduit. Some of this pipe is the top pipe off a chain link fence. So I cannot tell you what size it is. It's 155 ADR 13. It's a Douglas tire. Something I found at Walmart. I went in there and the guy routed the tires. I told him I wanted about the dimensions I wanted. These are off a little kid's bike. As big as them are, it came off a little kiddie frame, which is really odd that they were that big. And we'll go up here to the front. It's kind of hard to find a tire to kind of match the back. That is made by Bell, but that's not the name. Also found at Walmart. Street BMX tire, 20-inch wheel. Sorry I don't have the dimensions for the forks. A friend of mine keeps telling me that those handlebars look like the Dodge Ram symbol. It kinda does. Sorry I get shaky with the camera. And we'll walk back here and get a view of it from the back. Kind of an angle. I made this rim by cutting them in half. 4.5-inch grinder with a cutter blade. I cut them in half. Then what I did is I made a jig to put those two halves together. There is a little bit of wobble in there, but for homemade, it was kind of a concept idea to see whether it was worth paying someone to make a rim. Haven't found a machine shop yet. I just really haven't looked, but first can have two rims cut in half. They put a flat disc in there. But it's not a downhill bike. You don't have very much brakes. It's coaster brakes inside there. You wouldn't want to go down a hill with this, but it's kind of just more of a show. It's fun to ride. Get up here and see how wide the crank is. You're kind of bow-legged riding it. It's still fun though. I want to make it so smaller people could ride it, kids could ride it. So I didn't make it too humongous. It's not as heavy as what people think. Once you get rolling down the street, get the momentum of the wheel, it's not too bad. I think I've covered about every detail. That's a pretty neat sprocket. That's just fake rivets in there. Kind of reminds me of a snowflake design or something. I have no idea what it came off of. "13-inch wheel. I didn't want a 14. I wanted something that would look pretty good with a 20-inch wheel. Hope y'all enjoyed watching this one. Plenty of views. I like to stop for a second or so. People can pause it. I do that a lot. But there it is. I have this in my slideshow. I think I built this in like '09. But that's it for this video. I see the battery symbol coming up. Thanks for watching.